Baguna podcast is with us. It is interesting because really and truly, all you need is a point. You know what I mean? It separates you two. It makes that gap bigger. Is that going to play in the back of Mikel Arteta's mind when he probably, puts the players out? If you need 3 points, it's a completely different Arsenal. It's a different mindset. Because you only need a point, do you think he's maybe going to tinker with it more than he should?
If there's one thing I'm most concerned about going into this, it's exactly that. It's the mindset. It's what do you do as a manager in terms of the way you set out your stall? Because it will be quite easy for Mikel Arteta to set up with a back five and then a narrow midfield and say, come and play us. And I actually think, sort of when weighing it all up, that might be the way to go, given that Spurs are the ones that need to win this game. But then it's about making sure you don't get caught in that middle ground in terms of your mindset, because that's the most dangerous place to be, I think, as a footballer. If you get too obsessed with not losing, the game can quite easily run away from you, and it only takes a moment for a really solid game plan for 89 minutes to go out the window. So I'm a little bit scared about that. I want to see Arsenal make their minds up one way or the other. Either go there, shut up shop and ask Tottenham to break us down and almost invite them on and look to play on the transition in the way they do, or go out there and be our normal selves and be bold and brave. I'm most fearful about getting caught in that sort of in-between space.
Yeah, there's a lot of grey space when it comes to these games. I'm always, in these type of games, this magnitude, I always look at who's got the world-class sort of players that might make a difference, right? Might have one chance in the 90 minutes. And you look at Tottenham, and there's Son, Kane. I think we can put them in the world-class bracket. You can definitely put their manager in the world-class bracket. With Arsenal, got some good players. Odegaard, fantastic. Saka, Emil Smith-Rowe, etc., etc. Am I harsh in saying no world-class player?
I don't think you're harsh.
Okay.
I think I would agree with that. I think that when I was thinking about sort of combined 11s and things like that earlier today, one of the things that come to my head was, the world-class element, and we don't really have anybody, I don't think, that goes into that bracket.
Yeah.
But I think the spirit of this Arsenal team and the fact that they're working as a collective and there is a togetherness and there's a clear plan, and the manager, for me, has set us up in the right way most of the time this season, gives me confidence that in a one-off day we can go there and we can get the result that we need. And as Mikel says, get 3 points tomorrow and it's done and dusted. And you can put your feet up for the last 2 weeks of the season.
Arsenal in the Champions League. When was the last time you was in the Champions League?
A long time ago. I think it was 15, 16 off the top of my head, maybe.
Oh, mate.
It might not be correct. I don't know off the top of my head. I have to double check that.
But how would you score your season sort of out of 10 if you do make the Champions League?
9.
Really?
Yeah.
That big, isn't it? Because again, it was the expectation at the start of the season. Wasn't anything like this?
If we make the Champions League, we'd have achieved the absolute maximum that this team and manager were capable of at the outset. That's the absolute maximum. You couldn't have gone any higher. So on that basis, you have to grade it very, very high, don't you?
Yeah.
If you, I won't give it a 10 because we could have wrapped this up earlier. Those 3 results at Palace and against Brighton and Southampton mean that we've made it nervy, and we've made this North London derby actually need to mean something, which is a bit disappointing. But we're still in the driving seat. I'm delighted that we don't have to go there and win, because I think that makes the world of difference in terms of our margin for error. So, yeah.
A big game. You're going tomorrow, aren't you?
Yeah.
Be safe.
I will, yeah, I will.
I know a few bodyguards in the Tottenham area if you need anyone, if you want to hire anyone.
I won't be in the Tottenham area. I'm not one of those people. I don't know how people do that. Yeah. Go and sit in the opposition fans. I'd rather not go.
No, I'm even just walking to Tottenham. I'm talking about. All right, you're listening to the Social Talksport 2. Next up, cheers, Harry. Thank you very much. Kick off with Adrian Durham. All the build up to a massive night in the Premier League.